Hi everybody, welcome back. Here's how filmmakers can actually manipulate your emotions using color grading. So here I have this raw footage of a city, for example. It's not yet been color graded, so if I go to effects and presets and then I simply look for tint, drag it into the footage, and then you want to make it black and white, and then head over to effects, color correction, and then brightness and contrast. If I, you know, increase the contrast level, and then I go to effects, channel, no, color correction, and then you go to curves. If I drop it down, and then increase the contrast for this, and then I make the footage much darker. This is noir style, so the lights is pretty much highlighted. There's this depth for the shadows, which is black, which is, more black than, before we put some curves, just like this. Looking dull, now it looks really bold. So what they're trying to actually convey to you is that there's this strong sense of emotions when, there's this stronger light, just like this, especially if the light is projected onto someone's face. In this case, the actress face, for example. So can actually, bring tons of meanings, whether it's melancholic or simply because, the actress is being hopeful that something will happen. That's why, there's this high level of shadows and an intense light, just like this. So let's try doing another. So if we still use tint, and then you change the black to this color, which is sepia, something like that. So yeah, there's this vintage kind of feeling that the filmmakers want to actually convey to you all as the viewer, something like that. So looks classic, and then if we map the white to, let's say, a lighter shade of yellow, orange, that's to say, and then if we increase the contrast by going to color correction and curves, just like this. Yeah, as I indicated earlier on, the high level of contrast will actually bring some depth into the footage to, bring the meaning to what's in the footage better. So when we use curves, for example, and then we do some tweaks with the RGB levels, just like this, to heighten up the contrast level. And then for the red, we do it like this, more like so. And then for the green, we do some tweaks as well, just like so. And then for the blue channel, we do it like this. We've just created a vintage camera look. So it's the colorized version of the vintage look from the sepia color grading that we did, actually. So once we add some, let's say, grain as well, it will actually bring more of the vintage look for this footage, just like this. Now let's do some tweaks with the temperature. So go to Lumetri color, for example. Hold on, Lumetri color, and then we drag it into the footage. All we do is to head over to basic correction, and then if we lower down the temperature, it's going to be cooler. And then if we increase the contrast level, there'll be some depth as well for the footage. If you opt for a movie that is situated in the north or the southern pole, or in the area which experiences winter, this will be a good option for you. You can increase the tint so that you can go for a cutie kind of pink, or just this lower down tint. so that we can have this, cinematic look. This works for nighttime situations. So at nighttime, the shadows have the blue tint and a slightly yellowish and greenish highlights as well. This would work, especially when you increase the contrast levels. This works for sci-fi or like action movies in nighttime situations. So if we undo and then we increase the temperature to this, everything gets hot now. Especially if we increase the tint. Nah, this will do. This works for Middle Eastern kind of situations. So if your movie is situated, if your movie's theme is based on deserted area, desert for example, and then you want to make the shadows orange just like this, and then the highlight to be yellow, you've created this Middle Eastern look just like this. You can even increase the faded look so that it looks faded and pale, because like how dried the desert is, and you want to make sure that the lack of saturation and the faded property of the shadows contributes so well to describe the situation in the desert area where food is scarce and you have no access to water, only sand or something like that. This works actually. And if you want to let's say do a reddish tone, so the shadow is red and then the highlight is somewhat blue just like this, and then if we increase the contrast and we do some tweaks with the curves as well, just like so. Ooh. pretty funny. Because like red and blue represents joy, at least in my eyes. This works for comedic movies. Red and blue mix, pretty much satisfying to look at. Not only is it satisfying, but it's also fun to look at, because like I don't know, it's just pleasant. So it's amazing how colors can actually bring some fun aspect into the footage. And then if you want to, let's say, go to tint, and then we change the map white to, let's say, red. Ooh. And then if we head over to curve, and then if we bring down the shadow so that there is more shadow, and then for the highlight we increase it. All right, now it's turned into a horror theme, because blood is mostly red, and black indicates that there's this darkness that surrounds the horror kind of situation. This fits for horror movies. And then if you want to add some grains as well, you can add it, and then you can sort of turn off the colors by ticking the box for monochromatic, which makes the noise in black and white, and then go to final output and then change the grain type. And then if we increase the intensity, okay, this is creepy. If we increase the aspect ratio, then it's going to be much creepier, because like looks like the look when you see the grain on a television set, something like that. It's creepy. That's pretty much it about how filmmakers can actually manipulate your emotions using color grading just like this. Thank you for watching, guys. Do drop a like if you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. For me, it's good day. Ciao.